In this lesson, you'll learn how to work with text files. Working with text files is important for a Linux administrator because all the configuration of the Linux system and services is stored in text files. No matter what it is, whether you want to add a user or configure a complex SE Linux policy, chances are you will end up modifying a text file sometime. One of the easy text file utilities you can use is cat. This tool dumps the contents of text files on the screen. Let's try it on the file cities here. Let's use the command cat cities. The command cat cities dumps the contents on the screen and gives back the prompt immediately, which makes it a good utility for small text file. While cat is a great tool to see the contents of small file, it doesn't work well with larger files. Take for instance the default system log file, var log messages, which often contains hundreds of lines. By using cat on var/log/messages, you'll see that the control is scrolling by very fast, and that's not really readable. And that is why for large files, less is a much better utility. It opens a pager with which you can scroll all the way down to the file to find exactly what you need. While using less, few useful commands are available to us. Especially if the text file is large, you like / command. Let's use the / command. It allows you to search for a particular string in the text file. So let's try a command like /systemd. It's trying to locate systemd, and it will automatically highlight the first occurrence of the systemd in it, and if you press end, it takes you to the next occurrences. To stop and exit, you can also press Q to quit. On Linux, there are many utilities that deal with text files. Tail, for example, shows you the last 10 lines of a text file, and head shows you the first 10 lines of the text file. You can modify the behavior by adding m followed by the number or also. Very useful is tail -n. It refreshes immediately as lines are added to the text file. This is a very common practice on var log messages file. So let's have a look at few examples. Now what I'm going to do is I'll use the tail command, tail -n 5 on etc password. It's going to show me the last 5 lines of the passwd file. Now I'm going to use head -n 20 on etc password. It's going to show me the first 20 lines of the passwd file. And guess what? You can even combine them. Let's use head -n 20 etc password followed by tail -n1. This gives me line number 20. There are different ways of doing it, but this is a nice way of combining different commands together. So one of the useful utilities are cut and sort. With cut, you can filter out a particular column from a file. For example, let's use cut cities. It gives me an error because I didn't specify what exactly to cut. To do that, I need the -f option. So cut -f1 cities would filter the first field out of the cities file by default. Cut down the base on the field separator, and that's why cities like San Francisco are displayed correctly even if they have space in it. If you want cut to filter something else, well, you need to tell what the limit is. So let's try one more example here. What I am going to do is cut -f1 on etc passwd. For example, here you can see that in etc passwd the fields are separated by colon. We didn't tell cut to look at the colon field separator, and that's why we see the entire file. If you do want to filter based on the field separator, we can use the -t colon. As you can see, all is fine now. After cutting a field from text file, there are a few other tools you can use like sorts, which sorts content of the file for you. The sort command has some useful options to tell how exactly content should be sorted. Now what I'm going to do is I'll use the sort command. The sort command has some useful options to tell how exactly content should be sorted, like sort -m, so sort on the numbers. So it doesn't sort it correctly because it doesn't recognize the numbers. Sort -n numbers is perfectly capable of putting it in the right way. What do you think of another example in sort? Sort file. It's a small file I created that contains some uppercase, some lowercase, and even one number. If you want sort to be case insensitive, we use the option -f. As you can see, sort -f sort file. When you hit enter, what you're going to see is that it sorts the file correctly. A totally different utility related to text file is tr. This command translates well. What it actually does is it actually replaces characters with other character. Now let's do an example on the tr command. What I'm going to do is I'll use echo hello pipe tr. tr is also used after pipe, so tr a-z uppercase a-z, and look at that. You can see it shows all uppercase now. Now this works fine. In your language, if there are no accents and characters that are put above and beneath letters, if you are using accents, you are better off using tr in a different way, which is with lower followed by upper. This just takes lowercase and uppercase, even if they are in accents. By the way, you might be interested in other options of sorting content in a useful way when working with tar. As you can see here, there are different ways of telling tar what exactly it should translate. And so that's all for now. Thank you.